sword. I was going to stay to borrow one of the big swords, but I forgot until it's too late. That's okay. But let's think of a sword. I don't know if you've ever picked up a sword before, a large one, a real one. I'm not saying aluminum one, they do it one, but a real sword. They're made of something called steel. Some people have seen that around lately. It's kind of vanishing from our day-to-day lives. It's made of steel. It's heavy. You know, you can't just pick it up and wield it accurately without building up some muscle. You know, maybe Brian could, but, you know, I couldn't. You know, I mean, to just be able to use it like in Braveheart or any of those movies, you see the guys with big swords swinging. They're heavy. You got to build up muscle to use those. They're also very hard to use. I remember growing up, we used to get like broomsticks. We'd see the sword fighting in movies, and we get broomsticks, and we try and sword fight with those. And it was kind of silly, because you just got two kids waving sticks at each other instead of the movies where they're doing their dances and they jump up and down and do flips. And, you know, we weren't that helping. It takes skill to be able to sword fight properly, I should say. It's used in direct contact. Alright? So if you're sword fighting someone, you can't say, whoa, time out, I gotta go get the newspaper. Or, hey, I need to take a break. My soaps are on. I gotta see what happens today. No, it's direct contact. We are active in it. We can't stop until it's finished. It's primitive. It's not casual. It takes effort. Last thing, it leaves things messy. Alright, this one I need some explanation to. Basically, I took this as, when I was in high school, I did a lot of high school athletics. I did cross-country, track, football, basketball. I did a lot of stuff. And what happened was, beginning of the season every year, it didn't matter. First couple practices, my coach, conditioning time. Yeah, the coaches wear you down. Where you kind of like crawl off the court at the end and get home and you just lay there and shiver for a while until you have to walk, and then you're like, oh, it hurts every step. And every muscle of your body aches. And you can't lift anything, and then, you know, as the time goes on, by the end of the season, you're doing the same workout plus some, plus you go home and, you know, maybe play basketball at home for a while. And as you grow, you get used to it. But when you're starting out, it gets messy, you know. You don't just, you know, exercise one day and the next day forget about it. No, your legs remind you that you exercised yesterday. Your arms remind you of every movement that you did something yesterday. And so, the same way with sword fighting, you know, it leaves things messy. And so, let's bring it back to the illustration. I think we're getting too far off. Bring it back our next slide. When we bring the two together, comparison, we're told in the Bible to take the sword of the Spirit, sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. The Bible is described as a sword, not a feather duster. And so when we train, we need to be training in such a way that we're wielding a sword, that we are taking hold of something that's not what we just pick up and set down where we want, something that's going to take practice and growth, something that is going to take dedication to learn. Yes, I said learn. Taking. Some people are afraid of learning. You know, I finished school and I'm done learning. No, you don't stop learning. We have such an important mission. Let's take it back real quick to our illustration at the beginning with the ship. How many people have ever done sailing before? Have ever done sailing? Got a couple sailors? Any of you guys watching the TV shows with sailors on it then? Or you seen like Pirates of the Caribbean or something maybe? I don't know. You've seen the ships. And what happens is there's ropes and there's sails and there's all kinds of wild contraptions. And these guys are running around hoisting things up and taking things down, and you know, they're pulling ropes and pushing ropes. And as we take a place on God's ship, rescue ship, we are to learn how to put the sail up, put the sail down. We're learning which rope to pull, which one to tie off, what to do when the storms come in. And that takes effort. It takes pain. You gotta learn stuff. You gotta get calluses on your hands. It's something that takes activity. Take an active state. Okay. That in mind, I'm not going to leave you there. Because we're going to take the next step, which is to water canopy. We got to take down this wall. So, we're going back to the Apostle Paul. We're actually going back to 1 Timothy. Alright? 1 Timothy chapter 4. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 7 and 8. We come to the spot where Paul, who's been pouring into Timothy for quite a while. Oh, this is 2 Timothy. Sorry, it's 2 Timothy. Oh, no. 1 Timothy, yes. The one I took out was 2 Timothy. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Rewind. Edit it out. We're in 1 Timothy chapter 4, 7 through 8. Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. This goes back to the importance of training. I think everyone here would agree that working out is good. It's good to be in that healthy workout, have your body in such a fit way. All right? Anyone disagree with that? It's good to be fit and healthy and whatnot. Nods. People sleep, I think, but nods. All right? All right. It's good to be healthy. It's important. It keeps our health, keeps our heart going, helps us live longer. That's only a value of this world, of this life. Godliness, the importance of it, stretches beyond this life onto the next life, a life with God. So, keep that in mind, the importance of it. I want to contrast this with a funny story here. My wife went to school with a guy who became a drill sergeant. And the funny part is he's a drill sergeant on Facebook. He likes to post what he's going to do to his recruits from day to day. And when you're living several miles away and not going to do it, it's quite funny. I feel bad for him. The guy didn't go through it, but it's amazing what stuff he puts them through. So now, let's put our thinking caps on imaginary caps. What happens if I was going to sit down with this guy? All right? I'm going to sit down with him. I'm going to say, hey, I don't know his name, but hey, man, what's going to happen? You know, you get some new recruits in for basic training. What are you going to do? What are you going to tell them to do? How's that going to work out? How are you going to train them up to be soldiers? All right, do you think he would say, well, Mark, I think, running's important, so we're probably going to run them some. I don't know how long, but probably for a bit. They need to learn to shoot guns, but, it's so loud. It might hurt their ears. Some of them sense their ears, so we'll probably work a program out about working into firing guns slowly and quietly and work our way up or something. He wouldn't say things like that. No, he'd be like, hey, first off, 400 hours, I'm going to wake them guys up, yell at them a bit, tell them to get dressed. We're going to run 10 miles with 100 pounds on our back, nonstop, in the rain, uphill, both ways. I'm going to make them shoot rifles for 4 hours, pistols for 1 hour. He'd be able to lay out for me exactly what he's going to do to these people. Where he's going to train them, where he's going to take them. Because he knows what's going to happen at the end. When they leave basic training, they need to be ready to not only fight in such a way to overcome the enemy, but to also survive. And so, similarly, we need to approach our spiritual training the same way. Sometimes we take it very casually, like, oh, well, I'm going to read my Bible a couple minutes a day. Or go to Sunday school, do that some. Or Peggy's going to Beth Moore study, which is awesome. Don't get me Anyone's not doing it needs to do more Bible study with Peggy. Because my wife took both of the first couple, it was just life-changing. So, a little commercial for Peggy's Bible studies. Challenge you all to get into that. But the point I'm trying to hit at is a lot of us are spot off on that. Hit a spot here, hit a spot there. Our spirit of training just do something here, do something there, just enough to quiet our conscience, but we're still, doing something. But God calls us to a higher purpose. We have an end goal we need to be heading towards. The will and work of God, spreading the gospel message. And so, we need to start getting into shape in such a way that we're taking on our Bible training so that we are heading towards that goal. Not just hitting here, but, what are we doing to grow in certain ways? Are we taking on our weaknesses, or are we avoiding them? Are we only doing the things that are enjoyable, or are we taking on the heavy loads? Are we pushing on to grow in such a way that we're going to be able to share God's wonderful love with those around us? That we'll be able to bring people to a knowledge of that truth. And God will use us as a vessel to change those around us. So, I'm going to bring it in here towards the end. Now we're going to 2 Timothy, all right? I was a little ahead of myself. Everyone head to 2 Timothy chapter 1. 2 Timothy chapter 1. Let's go to the next slide. We jump a little ahead here. I want this whole thing here. 2 Timothy chapter 1. Verses 6 through 7. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 6 through 7. For this reason I remind you to fan and to flame the gift of God which is in you from the laying on of my hands. For God did not give you a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline. I love this imagery here of fan and flame. Did a lot of camping as a kid. We had a pop-up camper. I call it camping. Some people don't. We had a pop-up camper, and we used to travel around different places and set up. My favorite part was we'd have a campfire at night. And then, since we were inside the trailer, we didn't have to worry about keeping a stove going. So it would burn down to embers. And there at the end, and the next morning, my favorite thing to do was to get up in the morning and kind of dig in the ash a little bit, find some of those embers that were still burning. You guys know what I mean by embers? Little red coals down in there. Just barely glowing. Feel a little heat off them. I love to clear them out, clear out around them, and get some paper, and start blowing on the coals. And then it red, glowing hotter, so they catch the paper on fire. As the paper catches on fire, flames coming up against these little twigs, little small ones, little twigs, and put them on there. And as that flame grows, it'll engulf those twigs, turning those and making those on fire. And then I get some bigger sticks and put those sticks on there, and those would catch on fire from the flames. And on top of that, I get some bigger sticks, maybe split some logs or something, put them on there. As I go, eventually get big logs and put them on there, and then we're good for hours. The flame's going. In the same way, we're going to approach our biblical training the same way. You guys don't need to jump into grab a Greek New Testament and start trying to read out of it. We need to start small. Where are you at? Where are you at personally in your growth? Where are you at right now? Where are your coals at? And start with something small, some paper going. You start blowing on it. And what happens there, I don't know if you guys know a lot about chemistry and physics, but you're adding extra oxygen in there, causing the fire to burn hotter. I'm sure there's more to it than that. It burns hotter. And so what you do is you get something small and you blow and fan into flame what you have, what God has entrusted you with you, where you're at in your study. Blow there as it grows bigger. Add more to it. Don't let that little piece of paper go out. I've done that too. You're just flames up. Woo, it's fire! And it's gone. That's not good. You want to add sticks onto it. Get some little sticks and grow deeper, grow more. As the flames get bigger, add bigger sticks. And bigger and bigger and bigger. We're not called to be the most skilled people that go out there and start sharing the gospel. We're called to go where we're at. When we're saved, we're not perfect.